Good morning, children. Up to that, we discussed about the pathway of water. We saw in the last videos. There are two types. One is called as a apoplastic, another one is called as a symplastic. And this video, we are going to discuss about the what are the topic we are going to discuss means transpiration, root pressure, uptake of minerals, translocation of mineral ions, phloem transport, and translocation of sugars. And last topic is the ascent of sap. These are the heading only we are going to discuss in these videos. Okay. The transpiration means what? Evaporation of water in the form of the water vapor. Simply it occur in the leaves, especially in the leaves having the so many number of their stomata. The first lesson we saw that the internal structure of the leaf. In that we discussed about the stomata. In that where when compared to the upper epidermis, the lower epidermis having the more number of the stomata. The same thing, the stomata only the plays the major role for transpiration. Through the stomata only the transpiration will be occur. Normally, the stomata are two types. One is called as a open stomata and closed stomata. When the stomata was open and closed means in the night time the stomata will be closed. But in the daytime the stomata will be open. How it was occur means it occurs because of their turgidity of their God cells. This is called as a God cells. These two cells are called as a God cells. A turgidity means what? It is a pressure. It provided by their water. When the water enter into their God cells, when the water enter into their God cells, automatically what will happen? The stomata will be open, so the width will be increases. So the God cells having their and the what turgidity, so the stomata in the open conditions. When it will be occurs means in the daytime only the water will be enter into their God cells, but in the night time there is no passage of water into their God cells. So at the time what will happen? The turgidity becomes very low, so the width also decrease, the stomata become their close. This is about their functions of their stomata. At the opening moment only the stomata what will happen? Allow the water to evaporate. Okay, and water evaporate where it was occurred means a mesophyll cells. Already we know about the mesophyll cells. The mesophyll cells means occur between the, this is called as a mesophyll cells. So it in between the upper epidermis and lower epidermis the mesophyll cells are present. From that mesophyll cells only the water evaporation will be occurs. So once the water occur means what will happen means the pressure is created. The pressure is created from the top of their plant. Pressure is created from the top of their plant. So the what will happen means the pressure, the same pressure which moves to the bottom of their plant, and reach the root hairs and make the root hairs to absorb the water. So only the for the plants the water continuously provide to the plants. That is called as a transpiration pull. So water from the xylem to the mesophyll cells. This process is called as a transpiration pull. The next one is called as a importance. What are the air? What are the affect? There are the two type of the factors affect the air transpiration. One is called as a external factors. Another one is called as a internal factors. The external factors means what are the things which are present outside the air plants, that is called as a external factors. What are they means? The few examples I say: temperature, light, humidity, wind, and speed. And internal factors. The internal factors means the which are what are the internal factors mean? That is a percentage of the air Open stomata. Water. Status of plant. Canopy structure. Canopy structure means nothing but it is a size of the leaf, that is called as a canopy structure. These are the affects. These are the external and internal factors affect the transpirations. The next one is called as a Next one is called as the importance of the transpirations. Next one is called as the importance of transpirations. What are the importance of transpiration means? First one, it creates a transpiration pool. Already we saw that the pressure created by the plants, that is called as a transpiration pool. So the transpiration only created a transpiration pool and supplies the water for photosynthesis. Supplies the water for photosynthesis. And third one, it transports the minerals from soil to the different parts of the plants and cools the surface of the leaves, and it keeps the cells turgid. It keeps the cells turgid. These are the importance of the transpirations. Next one is called as a root pressure. Root pressure means nothing but normally the soil having their ions. Soil having their ions. So the water enter into the vascular tissues along with the ions. While the water enter into the vascular tissues, that is called as a xylem, it creates a pressure. Creates a pressure. It is called as a root pressure. With the help of the root pressure, the movement of the water at certain height will be occurs. Next is called as a uptake of the minerals. Uptake of the minerals. So we well know that the plant depend on minerals only. The plant depend on the minerals for the functions. But the minerals are not absorbed passively. Passively means the minerals are not absorbed without the energy. So it will be with the energy, with the help of their ATP molecules only the minerals are absorbed. So only they say minerals are not absorbed passively because the minerals are charged ions. There are the two things why the minerals are not absorbed passively means one is the minerals are act as a charged particles, that is called as a ions. And second thing, when compared to their root, the amount of their minerals occur in the root is higher when compared to the soil. Compared to the soil, so only the most of the minerals are enter in the root by actively absorption. So it needs a energy in what form? ATP form. So then it is transported to the all parts by transpiration pull. That is called as a uptake of minerals. The next one is called as a translocation. Translocation means already we saw that the bulk movement. The bulk movement, that is called as a translocation. Here translocation means the movement of the minerals from the older leaves to the younger leaves. From the older to younger leaves, that is called as a translocations. What are the elements are translocated means? Phosphorus, sulfur, nitrogen and potassium. Phosphorus, sulfur, nitrogen and potassium. These things are translocated, but yeah, only one elements are not translocated, that is calcium. Calcium are not remobilized or not translocated. The remaining elements are translocated from the older to younger leaves. That is called as a translocations. Okay. Next one is called as a phloem transport. Normally, we know that the food is synthesized in their leaves. Food is synthesized in their leaves and transport by the phloem. Transport by the phloem. The phloem consists the seed tubes. Phloem consists the seed tubes, and the seed tube consists the sieve plates. In that sieve plates means this one is called as sieve plates. The cytoplasmic strands are enter into the sewage plate. This is called as a source, and this one is called as a, this region is called as a sink. Source means where the food is produced, that is called as a, that place is called as a source. And sink, the where the food is utilized or used, that place is called as a sink. The source is an example leaf, and for a sink is an example other parts. It may be a flower, it may be a stem, it may be a root. But in the younger stem, it also involved in the source. It also coming under the source because young stem having the chlorophyll pigment, so it may involve in the photosynthesis. So the source and sink is not permanent one. It may vary. Suppose from the leaf it is stored. From the leaves the food is produced. Food is produced and stored in the sink. Sink may be a root or stem. So take the sugar cane means that is a stem. If it take a tapioca means it is considered as a root. So when the season will be changes, rainy season means the leaf as a source, the stem and other part as a sink. But in the summer season, what will happen means there is no rain or there is no proper factors. There is a sunlight or water. Some other thing means what will happen? The leaf does not able to produce the food materials. So what will happen? The leaf depend on the root or stem for the food. At that time what will happen? The sink becomes a source and source becomes a sink. Source become the sink and sink become the source. So only I said that the source and sinks are variable, it never permanent one. And the movement of the air phloem is a bidirectional, two directional, because from the leaf it may moves to the top of the plant, also down of the plant. So only it is called as a bidirectional. But in the xylem, the absorption of the water is a unidirectional because the water is occur in the air soil only. From the soil only what will happen? The water enter into the air different parts of the plant. So the always single direction, unidirectional, but the transport of the phloem is the bidirectional. This is called as a phloem transport. Phloem transport, there is two things. One is the what are the phloem is transported by the food is transported by the phloem, and phloem consists the sieve tubes and sieve plates. And source and sink, what is called as a source and which one is called as a sink, why it is called as a source and why it is called as a sink. And next one is called as a bidirectional as well as the unidirectional. Bidirectional means the transport of the phloem as well as the xylem, it is called as a bidirectional and a unidirectional. Next one is called as a translocation of the sugars. So the mechanism to translocation of the sugars from source to sink, that is called as a translocation. Already we know that the food is produced in the leaf, that is called as a source, and it is utilized by the other part, that is called as a sink. How the translocations will be occurs means in the form of the glucose, the glucose is produced in the leaf and then it converted into the sucrose. This sucrose enter into the companion cells. After that only it enter into the living phloem tissues. Living phloem tissues by active transport. Active transport means it needs the energy. It needs the energy. So what will happen means the water present in the adjacent xylem or near to the phloem, the xylem is occur. In that xylem, what will happen? The water is occur. So in that water, what will happen? It is enter into the phloem. Enter into the phloem and mixed with the sucrose. Mixed with the sucrose, and what will happen? The osmotic pressure builds up. Osmotic pressure builds up. So osmotic pressure will be formed. Osmotic pressure will be formed. So due to this high pressure, what will happen? the sucrose moves to the lower pressure. Moves to the lower pressure means so if the pressure means higher, here needs the sucrose, but the pressure is very low because there is no water molecules occur here. So automatically it moves with the low pressure to the air parts which needed their sucrose. Once the sucrose are utilized by the air cells means automatically what will happen? The water is comes out from the phloem. Okay, this is called as a translocation. Nothing but translocation means the glucose produced in the leaf, it is converted in which form? Sucrose. After that it enter into the companion cells and then it enter into the living phloem tissues, companion cells and then living phloem tissues. After that what will happen? It translocation is active transport. Active transport. At the time the adjacent xylem, the water is present in the adjacent cell, xylem cell, enter into the phloem. It make the hypertonic conditions. Hypertonic conditions means the pressure will be increased, the osmotic pressure will be produced, and it is will be increased and moves to the lower pressure. Moves towards the lower pressure. Towards the lower pressure. So the sucrose was utilized by the cells. After that, what will happen? They enter again. Enter into the xylem. By this method only the translocation will be occurs. The next topic is the final topic, that is called as a ascent of sap. What is define ascent of sap? It may ask us a 2 mark. Ascent of sap means nothing but the movement of water from the root to different parts. From the movement of water from the root to different part, that is called as a ascent of sap. It consists of a number of factors: the root pressure, by root pressure, capillary actions, adhesions, as well as the cohesions, adhesions and the cohesions. By this method, transpiration pull. This with the help of these factors, the water enter from the root to different parts. First, you see the root pressure. Already we saw about the root pressure. Before we saw about the root pressure, the same thing only. The root press, same thing only. The root pressure. That is due to their osmosis. Due to their osmosis, the help of the osmosis, the minerals enter into the root. Enter into their root. It create the root pressure. It create the root pressure. Water from the soil enter into the root caps by the method that is called as a osmosis. That is called as a osmosis. It is responsible for the movement of the water at certain height only, not to the top of the plant. Only just a certain height only. What will happen? The water movement occur with the help of root pressure. Next one is called as a capillary action. The capillary action means nothing but with in the capillary tube, the movement of the water will be occurs with the help of the physical forces. With the help of the physical forces, the same way the water in the stem will be rises because of the capillary action, because of the certain forces, that is called as a capillary action. Next one is called as a adhesion and a cohesion. Already we know that cohesion means what? Attraction between the air same molecules, that is called as a cohesion. Adhesion means different molecules. What is the example for cohesion? Water plus water. Attraction between the water and water. Water and water both are the same molecules, that is called as a cohesion. Adhesion means water and xylem. Water is a one molecules and xylem is the another one molecules. So both are different molecules. Attraction between the air, water and xylem, that is called as a adhesion. So by the water molecules stick to the xylem and reach to the different parts of the plants, that is called as a adhesion. Next one is called as a transpiration pull. Transpiration pull means what? The transpiration occurs through the stomata, creates a pressure, pressure, creates a suction. So the suction, what will happen? It makes the root here to absorb the water. So the continuously the water is moves with the help of the transpiration, that is called as a transpiration pull. Pull means what? Attract, to absorb. It creates, makes the root hair to absorb the water continuously. That is called as a transpiration pools. And you see that more to know, in that more to know, able to see means the water droplets on the leaves of the grass seen in the early morning. Normally in the month of the year January, we are able to see in the year land means some of the year water droplets. So we thought that it is a droplet of the snow, like that only we thought, where when the climate is humid or excess of the water in the soil. So how it will be occurs means this is due to the root pressure. This phenomenon is called as a gutations, take place through the specialized called hydrothodes. Automatically the water when they having the humid conditions and also the water is more in the soils, so automatically it creates a root pressure. Root pressure means what? Water enter into their root, that is water from the soil enter into their root, that is called as a root pressure. With the help of the root pressure, what will happen? Hydrothode, like that one type of the cells, a specialized cells. Through the cells, the waters are comes out. Waters are comes out. That process is called gutations. That cell is called specialized cells are called hydrothode. This is the main reasons at the time of the January we able to see that water droplets present on the grass. It may ask in there 2 more questions. So in that lessons, want to read their more to know activity and the scientist name and their discoveries. These are the very very important one. And the blood types. What are the type of their blood groups? There is A group, B group, AB group, and O group along with the tuberculum. It may ask in the detailed questions. Up to that, the transportation in plants and circulation in animals will be over. Okay. Next week we will discuss about the remaining things. Okay. Thank you, children.